Another video. Why you don't see it. I said in one of my earlier videos I would explain to you why you don't see the truth when others with extra knowledge all can clearly see what's going on. I'm sure you've heard of those women, adult women, decent, have an excellent job or career, their lives are quite successful, they're nice, trustworthy people, but one thing has eluded them, a partner. They want somebody to share their life with, they want a lover, but whatever the reason, they haven't found the right man yet. Could be just sheer bad luck. They're getting on a bit now in years. All the things she tried haven't worked. Hearing about a certain website, different websites, where apparently good single men can be found. One night this lady sits down to her computer to search for her elusive lover. Only a couple of nights pass and bingo, finally a man's voice sounds pleasing to her. They can't see each other at this stage. No matter, within an hour and a half, he is flattering her. My darling, you're so sweet. We must arrange to see each other. It's so strange. I feel I've known you for years. We must meet. I really just want to hold you. And blah, 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 etc. Sometimes they do actually meet each other, sometimes not. Either way, the usual thing, money is asked for. He is desperate need of money, of course for some very moral reason, some urgent medical necessity, or maybe a business deal that both can do together. Yes, it's all a scam, and everybody can clearly see it. Everyone except the innocent lady. Friends, family, all try to point this out, giving the obvious, logical, blatant reasons. He is a rogue, a con man. She listens, but doesn't get past the shield. She is a real thing. She doesn't get past this shield. The real thing, finally, she found her lover. The psychological shield. Finally, she found her lover. It's not until her finances have been drained and the so-called Prince Charming starts to become not so charming, in fact angry, and then, well, no contact at all. This has happened time and time again. It is difficult to grasp how a nice, intelligent lady, in almost all other areas of her life, she is successful, but fails miserably when it comes to judging her new prospective lover. The con man knew how to put that shield in place, grooming her. That romantic spell was implanted. That becomes his point of attention, only to make it her point of attention. Any other opinions and advice was shielded from her. Those dreamy thoughts bounced off the shield, never to visit her in any logical or reasonable manner. Now this trick is ancient, but it works beautifully. Just like the street performing magician, he keeps you busy looking at the hand where all the action is, the flash of his red silk cloth, the wave of his wand, his booming voice, and at the right moment your point of attention is fastened and the trick is done. The sleazy lover, the crafty magician, executed their task with little money at all. Can you imagine what the government could pull off to get your point of attention with hundreds of millions of dollars spent on advertising, consulting spin doctors, psychologists to design a message to be pumped out day and night, TV, newspapers, on the net? Yes, they got you looking at all the action, and yes, you believed it, for there was absolutely nothing else to believe, was there? Well, yes, there was actually, But just like the innocent lady who knew her lover was genuine, you also know the politicians, the bureaucrats, the genuine. No logical reasoning is even necessary. You trust them. The trick also easily works because of your simple innocence. That lady herself could never deceive a lover or say such lovely things unless she really meant it. So she thinks that's how all other people think. You would not lie openly, deceive people, so you think, of course, the government would not openly lie or deceive people either. Is it your innocence, your ignorance, or your purity? Or are you simply foolish? Maybe you're frightened. Anything that the officialdom tells you, you will do it while shaking in your boots. Or have you a brain like a sheep, copying the one in front of you, watching what everybody else does? The mass has done it. This means I will do it too. Pick whatever words you think from the above that describe you best. I know you will pick none. I know you will pick none of them because you have the shield of officialdom well and truly in place, and it is working perfectly. The point of attention they give you is what turns you on. You are fastened to it like a well-rusted nut on a bolt. You love to watch the news readers as you do the current affair programs with all the slick presenters sitting at the table discussing and giving their so-called opinions. Or the clever TV doctor, oh, he is a nice man. Just like you believe your favourite politicians, your favourite bureaucrats. You relish in the whole pantomime, indulging yourself in all the easy, off-the-shelf information. Just like the poor lady that listened to her lover. My darling, I can't wait to really hold you. You are the special one I have been searching for all my life. In her innocence and fear of losing her newfound man, her prince, the lady will block out all advice from long-term trusted friends and family, even becoming arrogant and angry at them. So strange, she will defend the very parasite that is going to rob her of her finances, of her dignity, while at the same time abuse and ignore the ones who love her and wanted to protect her. It is not until months have passed and her account reads zero. Also realising she has had zero physical contact with her Prince Charming. Only then the lady tentatively starts to ask some questions. The response given don't sound quite right. She asks now more direct probing questions of her lover. Where did my money actually go? Can you send me the receipts from the hospital you said you went to? The answers now become defensive, angry, unbelievably telling her how suspicious she is, turning her into the villain. She walks away crestfallen, broke, mentally scarred, feeling foolish and saddened. The illusion that the world powers give you, the corporations, the central banks, the politicians, is they care about you, they love you, just as Prince Charming created the illusion of being a caring, tender lover to that innocent lady. That lone con man and all the officialdom come from the same mother's womb. They carry the same DNA of a parasitic narcissist. That is their nature. Top that off with being highly practiced in the art of hypnotism. The lone con man is able to create in the mind of his victim a perception that exactly suits his purpose. The politicians, transnational corporations, the central banks practice precisely the same method. The only difference is they hypnotise and create the perception to the masses, the general public, instead of one lonely lady. Yes, I realise you don't want to hear any of what I have to say because you already know the truth, just like that lady knew the truth about her knight riding on a white stallion coming to save her, protect her, take care of her needs. You know this lady's story, for you have heard or read these stories before. You want to ask her, how was she so gullible? Well, I asked you the same question when it comes to the governments and corporations who rule over us. How can you be so gullible to believe what they spout, what they say, what their real agenda is? The remedy is so simple in the case of the innocent lady and you, the innocent member of the public. What is it? It is this: ask questions. Ask them politely. Ask questions that are moral and relevant, that in turn will deserve a moral and relevant answer. If the innocent lady did ask some direct and reasonable questions of her mystery lover, the whole scam would unravel relatively quick. As example, can I transfer the money for your operation straight into the hospital's account? It will be quicker and safer, being just one transfer. When the lover gets agitated at this suggestion, the red flag goes up. So another question, well, I will fly over there. I can be with you in 2 days. Even accompany you to the next appointment you have at the hospital. I'm good at these things. I can pay the hospital and we can arrange for the operation to be done in the next few weeks. We will be together for the first time. Won't that be marvellous? When Prince Charming starts to suggest it's not such a good idea and it would be better and easier for you to just deposit the $18,500 into his account, yes, another red flag goes up. It will only take another 2 questions, 4 in all, to realise that Prince Charming is but a cold-hearted parasite. The problem is she never dare ask such questions, so the parasite stays hidden behind the very shield she determinedly holds in place. The public en masse do exactly the same thing. They do not question authority, the establishment. They do not question authority. The establishment also throw confusion, panic, fear at you. With great trust in your politicians, you eagerly bow to them. Then do whatever they say, no matter how ridiculous their orders. With great diligence, you will carry them out. That's sort of it. So, I hope you may consider what I have told you. It may save you money. It may even save your life. I ask you to think, and I ask you to ask questions. It's that simple. I've made this sort of design thing to help maybe explain it a little further. You may not need the explanation, but these psychological tricks have been used for centuries. The psyop, hypnotised, the con, you call it whatever you like. I've made this sort of design here. You probably won't be able to read it, but what it is, in here, the circle, the person won't read all this other information here, just doesn't get read. The government, the corporation, They hypnotise, they psyop, they con you by giving you a very point of attention. They do it through propaganda, and they're doing it by pumping out the same information day in, day out on all different types of media. And also the other tactic, what they do, they squash any other information coming in. It's laughed at, it's scorned, it's pushed aside, and that's all in here. And you don't look at that. They give you the point of attention is here. Your brain comes here. The officialdom have the shield in place. Psychologically, you're not going to look at this. You're going to look at that. And whatever is said in here, you don't look at, you don't take any notice, you don't even know it exists. So it gets bounced off and goes to the point of attention. That's how psychologically they trick you. Continuous propaganda. And they also shut out any other outside information that's coming in. The shield, reflect, block, make you bypass your analytical thinking, your critical thinking. So there is no critical thinking or nothing analysed, no analytical thinking going on. As I said, if you would think, you would bypass the shield, you would come around here and you'd look at all the other information available from all other sources. You can still discount all that other information, you can still all push it aside if you choose, but you have to realise I have to look. And the more the authorities tell you not to look, usually that is a sign to look. They've been doing this forever. The propaganda machine, they'll pump it out on the television, on the newspapers, on the internet, the same message, clear cut, as they did with the pandemic, so-called pandemic. It was safe and effective, get your jab. The stuff that it's unbelievable. That straight away should prick your ears and make you go, what's going on here? Because at the same time, they condemn any other information. Doesn't matter what source it's coming from, it's condemned, pushed aside. It's not on the traditional mainstream media. So, if that's you, I'm just saying, think and ask questions. Ask questions. They want you to be here. Well, ask questions about that point of attention. Remember, like the lady who got conned, lost all her money to that lover, lost her dignity, her self-respect. So, ask questions. Come around here and listen to the other information, all in here. Look at it, think about it. It doesn't cost you nothing. You may learn something. You may go, oh my God, I didn't look at it that way. I didn't think that. The shield, reflect, block, make you bypass your analytical thinking, your critical thinking. What the puppet governments, the bureaucrats want you to believe, as the real people who actually are in charge also want you to believe, which they are the banks, the multinational corporations. They are your real government. They are the puppeteers who control your politicians, which are but unstable mannequins, dolls, puppets. They are great pretenders. And they will make sure they will make sure to give you a point of attention. And sure as the moon follows the sun, you will give it all your attention. That's their plan. Point of attention, pump the same message, don't listen to nobody else. They're warning signs. As soon as someone's pumping the message and they don't want you to listen, why are they afraid that you can't listen to any other information? Well, of course they're afraid because that will expose what they want you to believe. Stand up to power. I hope I got a bit of a message across. And don't you be that little person there being bounced off to a point of attention of somebody else's choosing. Ask questions. I don't care who it is. You can ask me as many questions as you want. Okay. Thanks for listening again. Bye for now.